Hey everybody, Gary from Apple Air Filtration Systems. Just wanted to give you a quick look at our brand new Apple Air Laser Filtration 131 Series 2 system. It's brand new, just got them into the country, and I just wanted to run through the differences between that and the old model so you can have a bit of a look. So you'll notice first up that we've got our touchscreen control system. Okay, that gives us flexibility to program and do lots of different things with it. Inside here we're running our Siemens proprietary PLC system specifically made for us, as well as the usual refinements. Now where it gets a little bit different is normally in here you'd see the two socks. So here are the two socks up here, and in this space here we'd have the carbon mat, and this is your carbon mat. So now all of that's gone and we're using a handmade metal mesh filter. The benefit here is we get slightly higher airflow increase, and this filter is washable. So instead of spending $75 a year on a set of two socks plus our carbon mat, you simply need to wash this filter whenever it becomes dirty. So on the old model they were in here in the back, so you'd have to be able to get access to the back of the machine to take them out and clean them, but now you don't need to do that, so everything is accessible from the front. So we've got our metal mesh filter which sits in here, which is washable as we said, so that'll go long term. You just need to wash it. Of course, our electrostatic plate system, our 5 UV lamps, 128 nanometers, 2 ionizing lamps here, and of course we've got our active carbon tray here. What is new to this, apart from the control system and no longer having to have the socks and the mat, is we have an additional filtration sitting in the side here. So now what we've given you is another 5 kilos of active carbon sitting in the side here, which just helps with the acrylic, etc., etc. And also we have in here a slot provision for a HEPA filter. So we have a HEPA 13 filter that will slide straight into that. It doesn't come with the machine, it's an add-on. So if you want to vent back into the room, and later in the video we talk about that, then you can buy this filter and you can put it in. If you're not going to vent in the room, you're going to vent outside, then you don't need to spend the money because it's just simply not necessary. And fundamentally, they are the differences in the new machine compared to the old machine. So you're going to save money because you don't have to buy bags anymore, and you don't have to wash them anymore, and you don't have to buy the mat. We've gone to pretty much all washable technology. These fellas here, the active carbon, you're going to replace them every 12 months, and we have a refurbishment program available for that, or you can just get pallets and do it yourself. And then we have the option of the HEPA filter in there as well. Now you're probably going to change that every 6 months, and that will be fine. Now you'll see later in the video, without these two filters, our testing shows particle count of around 22,800 micrograms per cubic meter measured against the ASHRAE standard. With these two filters installed, we're down just over 5,000. So there's a 75% increase in efficacy of removing the pollutant, and in a large space that's going to work for you as long as you've got ventilation going through. Some people just don't want to put a 200 mil hole in the wall because they're renting, or it's not convenient, or they've got a neighbour next door. So this is another option that will help you. Some people don't have the budget for the E1 or the Freedom 1000, so this one here is quite a bit less. It's 4,200 plus GST, and it just makes it a bit more affordable for people. So this sits in between our 906 and our E1. Well worth having a look at. So this is the 5 kilo of active carbon, and this is a HEPA 13 filter that sits in there, and it just simply slides in. It's very easy to get in and out, to replace as is required. When this fills, the machine will tell you that we have some intelligence built into it, so you know that you just need to replace it. It also tells you when your static plate needs washing as well. So, and they simply go in there like that, my cover goes on, and away you go. So again, this is not supplied with the machine, okay, it's an optional extra. They're not expensive, you can order them online, and they're available for the 131. Okay, so let's go ahead now and just do a test. So this is the new 131. I've removed the new filters in it, so it's effectively the exact same as the current version of the 131. So let's actually measure that, and then when we finish, we're going to put the new filters into the machine, and then we'll test that and we'll see what particle count we get on the output. Okay, so we're going to run a little test here, and you'll see that there'll be lots of smoke in the cabinet. So you can see all the smoke there. Now let's check with the meter. And let's see what we're getting. So we can see that our particle count is well over 136,152. Okay, so our 5 count is at 22,831. So now let's go ahead and put the new filter system in and see what we get. Okay, so now I've just installed the 2 new filters, which is this one comes standard, because if you're going to vent outside you don't need the HEPA filter. In fact, it will impede the airflow, but we want to do a test to see how we go for internal. So I'm going to put them both in, screw on the cap, and we'll give it a run. Okay, so we've covered up where the 2 new filters go. So we'll go to our control panel, we'll turn on our electrostatic plate, and we'll turn on our fan, and then we'll run the laser again. We've got all that nice smoke going, and now we're going to measure the output. Okay, so what we can see now with the additional filters, we're running 22,800 micrograms per cubic meter at PM 2.5, and with the new filters we're now down at 5,563. So if you had a very large workshop with lots of airflow, you could vent back into that space. If it's a confined space, then no, you need to consider the E1 or the Freedom 1000 series machine. But for this one here, if you don't want to pump holes in the wall, you can simply run it into your large space, and it will be okay. So Freedom, of course, gets PM 2.5 count down to 0, and the E1 is very close to that as well. But some people don't want to put holes in their walls, so they would then look at a solution like this. It'll save you a few bucks. It's considerably cheaper at 4,200 plus GST for this particular model. It's 1.1 kilowatt. It's moving 2,000 cubic meters of air per hour. So you could put 2 13x9 lasers on this system, and that would be fine as well. So again, if you're looking for an alternative but you don't have the budget for one of the bigger machines to vent directly in the room, and you've got a large space, then the 131 Apple Air system will be well worth a look at. Please hit me up if you've got any questions.